All right.
Let you speak.
Great. Okay, so good evening or good morning, everyone. My name is Tetsuya Yaguchi from Waseda University. Today, I will present our action research on pre-disaster community recovery planning through Nigechizu workshop, bottom-up approach to disaster mitigation in Japan. There we go. So here is the contents of today's presentation. And let's talk about pre-disaster community recovery. In 1995, a great Hanshin earthquake devastated Kobe, highlighting the urgent needs for disaster preparedness. Many realized that the post-disaster recovery planning was too late. This led to the concept of pre-disaster community planning, where community proactively prepare for disaster before disaster hits. Today, I will focus on our activities in Totsuka district in Shinjuku, Tokyo. So here's our team, Totsuka community-based prepared pre-disaster recovery research group, have been working for over 10 years to help community raise awareness of disaster risk. So here is our community, Totsuka district. As you can see in this photo, the area is densely populated, many residential building, commercial building, road is tight, some are slopes, some are stairs. So there's a lot of risk from flooding or in case of earthquake. So what is Nigechizu? So Nigechizu is a disaster imagination game we call DIG, designed as a risk communication tool. So it allows to communicate to visualize disaster risk and evacuation strategies by coloring maps. This approach is very popular in Japan simply because it makes risk easier to understand through visual representation, and participants identify overlooked hazards and community resources through coloring. And it facilitates knowledge sharing among residents, fostering a sense of preparedness. Nigechizu serve as a first step in disaster community planning. So that's why we employ this methodology in Totsuka area. And I'm sharing a couple of images how we create a Nigechizu. And first thing first, define the area. The first, we review hazard map for anticipated disasters. Then we define the area and prepare the blank base map. Then set evacuation spots. For disaster like a tsunami or floods, we mark evacuation spots such as intersection of flood boundaries and roads. These spots are marked with a circle in this photograph, red circle on the map. Then identify evacuation obstruction, such as the collapsed buildings or flood area, and mark them as with an X. So these are base map. Then visualize evacuation time using average walking speed of 43 meters per minute. So which is very, very slow movement because we're expecting senior residents moving around after disaster. So walking speed is very slow. We color coded road at 3 minutes interval. Green show the nearest area, while the red marks the farthest. And illustrate the evacuation direction. Then lastly, we compare maps with other participants, and we created different scenarios so that various scenario will ended up very different coloring. And we discuss what's the risk, what's the resources we can use in case of disaster. So this is how we create a Nigechizu. Okay, so this is the end result of the Nigechizu. Lots of participants say something about the neighborhood, and the facilitator take notes, and we gather the idea how this neighborhood could be a more resilient community in the end. So Here's our lesson learned through Nigechizu workshop in Totsuka district. First thing first, residents knows better than experts. Even school children knows about local risks and resources. Listening to their voices is crucial for effective disaster planning. So we sometimes overlooked from the voices from the residents, but they knew better. So knowledge sharing is crucial. By exchanging knowledge among participants, increase the risk awareness and motivate community to take action later on. And number three is connect emergency planning with daily life. Idea from Nigechizu workshop can also be applied to everyday planning, creating neighborhood that both are resilient and attractive. And the recent development, workshop Nigechizu for schools. So we are expanding our workshop to include schools, actually primary school, elementary schools. Over 100 elementary school students have participated, learning about local disaster risks. And we gain support from Tokyo Metropolitan Government. Metropolitan Government has started supporting these workshops as a part of activities to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Great Kanto earthquake. This is a century ago, but we lost 100,000 lives in this event. So we need to be prepared. And recent development number three is research group established. So we established research group led by Professor Yamamoto from Meiji University, now focus on increasing public awareness of Nigechizu. And we have a website I can share later on. Then we also training facilitator. So a system has been set up to train workshop facilitator with over 70 individuals registered already. So we are expanding workshop across Japan, and we also expanding our workshop internationally. Actually, we have workshop in Philippines last year. And I don't think I have a time for movies, so I'm gonna skip this. Then my presentation time is almost up. So thank you very much. So in summary, Nigechi's workshop is a powerful tool for pre-disaster community planning, enable residents to proactively prepare for emergencies. Moving forward, we seek to expand our training program and collaborate internationally. So call me if you need my help.